What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new Euro 2020 fantasy football video. And in this video I'll be discussing my match day 3 wildcard team. Now a lot of you are looking for this video, so I'm about to show you. But first we'll just have a quick look of how my match day 1 and match day 2 went. Of course, overall I'm ranked 2129 in the world out of 3.5 million. So I'm very happy with this at the moment, but we want to keep this green arrow going forward. Now we'll go into my teams. So for match day 1 I got 75 points, which is a very good score. And for match day 2 I kept it consistent with 72 points. So overall 147 points, very happy with this. But now we have to keep going forward and we'll go into match day 3. But first we'll just have a quick look at the tables. Now, of course, Italy and Wales are two teams that are more or less qualified. Italy are qualified and Wales should get through. Now, of course, they're playing each other today. And, of course, out of all this group, we will know all the lineups for these four teams in Group A before the substitution deadline. So that is an added bonus. In Group B, Belgium are qualified. And Belgium play Finland. Russia play Denmark. So there are still lots to play for in this group. Belgium are qualified. In Group C, Netherlands are qualified and they take on North Macedonia. And Ukraine play Austria. So that's a big game for Ukraine and Austria. Winner takes all, basically. If it's a draw, they both will qualify, but they will be both going out to win it. Group D, once again, a very open group. In fact, England play Czech Republic, so winner will be qualified, but they should both be okay. But for Scotland and Croatia, look, winner takes all, and the winner will more than likely qualify. Group E, any of these could qualify. Spain are in a bit of trouble. They play Slovakia in match day 3. If Poland beat Sweden, they have a good chance of qualifying, so this group is very open. And finally, the group of death: France, Germany, Portugal and Hungary. Of course, France play Portugal in match day 3. France are on 4 points. A draw should qualify them. They could be okay at the moment, but it just depends on the best third place teams in other groups. Germany take on Hungary, which is a good fixture to target, even though Hungary drew with France, but France did miss lots of opportunities. So now we'll go straight into my final team selection on my wild card for match day 3. And here it is, guys. So in goal, I have Bushkan. Now, he's a cheap goalie, 4.5 million, and his goals for Ukraine. He's nailed on to start. I just found with other goalkeepers for the likes of Netherlands, will they be rotated between Krul and Stecklenburg? It's hard to predict. Spain, Simon, De Gea, they could be rotated as well. Will Italy rotate? I don't think they will. I think Danamora is nailed. But I just went for a nailed on goalkeeper, Bushkan. Ukraine are playing Austria, and there's a possible clean sheet there. And the sub goalie, I went for Marshall for Scotland. Now I thought Scotland looked very well defensively against England. England only got one shot on target all game. They play Croatia in match day 3. And of course, if Bushkan doesn't keep a clean sheet, I will be bringing in Marshall. Moving on to my defence. Of course, my first defender is Melheil for Denmark. A very attacking left back. Loves getting forward. Denmark play Russia in match day 3. And I think there's potential here for an assist, possibly even a clean sheet. They will be playing for Christian Eriksen, of course. They will want to win to finish the group stages. Now, and my next defender is Dumfries. The Netherlands manager came out this morning and he said Netherlands will keep the 5-3-2 formation and there will only be 2 possible changes for match day 3 against North Macedonia. Now, my thinking of this is Denzel Dumfries will be nailed on to be starting. He's in super form. He's 21 points from 2 games, which is amazing form, and I think he is a must pick. After hearing that news, that's why I put Dumfries in my team. Now my next defender is Talai for Italy. Now I've been seeing some different lineup predictions on various websites and Twitter, etc. But Talai is in a lot of predicted lineups. He's only 4.5 million and he'll be coming in right back. Of course, like I said, we will know the lineups for the Italian team before the substitution deadline. So if Talai is not starting, I will obviously be moving around and making transfers, possibly bringing in another Italian defender that is starting. And moving on to we'll just go to my bench. I have 2 German defenders. Of course, they're playing Hungary. I've put in Antonio Rudiger. They play Hungary in match day 3. I will be expecting a clean sheet from Rudiger. And of course, probably 50-60% of teams will have Godsons in their wildcard or limitless for match day 3. What amazing performance he had last night against Portugal. Chipped in with a goal and 2 assists. He's 16 points. And that game against Hungary is an ideal fixture for Godsons. So I expect them to be coming in. Moving on to my midfield. Up first, I picked Eden Hazard. Now, Martinez, the Belgian manager, he has said Eden Hazard and De Bruyne will be nailed on to start in their fixture against Finland. Of course, Hazard only played 30 minutes in their last game. And he even got an assist. He's only selected by 2% of teams. And I think there is lots of potential here against Finland. And we'll just move on to De Bruyne. Of course, like I said, Martinez said he's nailed on to start. Ideal fixture against Finland. He came on for 45 minutes and he got against Denmark and he got a goal and assist. Moving on to my next 2 midfielders, of course, Shaqiri. Now, he is definitely nailed on to start, but just in case, we will know the lineups before the substitution deadline today, but Shaqiri will be nailed on. He is on set pieces, corners for Switzerland, 7 million. I think he's perfect for a wildcard team. Of course, Switzerland need a win to help their chances of qualifying. Now, my next pick is Yarmolenko. He's the most points from a midfielder in the game. He's on penalties for Ukraine. Ukraine are playing Austria. Winner takes all. Whoever wins this game will qualify. It's a very attacking game, and I think Yarmolenko will be a great pick. And my final midfielder, he's on my bench. Of course, he plays in the last game of match day 3. It's Havertz for Germany. Now, I thought he looked very dangerous last night against Portugal. He got in some good opportunities. He's 9 million. He's on 8 points. Only selected by 7% of teams, and a great fixture against Hungary. He will be my last midfielder. Of course, once again, I do expect him to be in my team. My team is just lined out at the moment, going by fixtures. I have 3 German players on the bench, and that's why that is. Make sure all your selections, that all your players are playing first on your starting 11, and your bench players are playing last. Moving on to my forwards. Up first, Yarmolenko. Now, he plays for Ukraine. Once again, they play Austria, and Ukraine and Austria game will be very attacking. Both teams need to win this game to qualify. Yarmolenko is currently on 15 points. He has 2 goals and 1 assist so far in the tournament, and he is playing great. And I think there's potential here once again against Austria for goals. My next pick is Belotti. Now, once again, I've been seeing various different lineups for Italy, and Belotti has been in all of them. But like I said, we will know the lineups about 1 hour and 20 minutes in advance before the substitution deadline. So if Belotti is not in the Italian lineup, of course, I will be taking him out. So there is no risk here. But I think if he is playing, he loves a goal, and there is potential here against Wales. I think there will be chances in this game. Italy are qualified. Wales are probably qualified. They're on 4 points, and this game will have lots of chances. Now, my last forward, like I said, the Netherlands manager, he came out this morning saying there'll be 2 changes in the Netherlands lineup for North Macedonia. Now, I think Malen will be one of these. I think he could replace Weghorst up front. Now, of course, we won't know the deadline, the Netherlands lineup before the deadline, but at only 6 million, I think he is worth the risk of having him in my team. If things don't work out and he doesn't start, then of course I have 3 strong German players on my bench to replace him with. So there you go, guys. That's a roundup of my wildcard team for match day 3. Now, if you have any comments, or even if you have any recommendations for my team, give a comment below, and I'd like to hear your comments. So there you go, guys. That's my wildcard team for match day 3. I hope you liked this video. If you did, click that subscribe button, give this video a like. I'll be back with lots of Euro 2020 fantasy football content for the rest of the tournament. Have a great weekend and a great match day 3.